Hey everybody, this is Brian Pincala with my MVC Read Screencast for this week. Just doing a little demonstration with my live tweet app that I'm starting to put together here. And on this screen, we can see that we've got view tweets, and this is basically just my listing of tweets that I've got in the database. When you click on the handle for one of the tweets here, if I click on @friend1, it's going to pull up the message from @friend1, and then it's going to display the content of the message, and it's going to maintain the timestamp. So this is kind of my detailed view, and then if we go back to the tweet list, this is again just kind of a generic listing. All three of them are functional, so we're in good shape there. Let's take a look at some of the code that goes along with all this, and we'll start with the index.php document, requiring database.php, tweetModel.php, and tweetview.php. Kind of liking the encapsulation that's going on here with the different documents. Instead of having to type out the information here for my database, the host number, the port number, and the name, along with username and password, I can just declare them as constants here, and then I can just require them here. So good encapsulation. A lot of that going on in this application in general. We'll move on to the tweet model, because the tweet model is really where a lot of the heavy lifting is taking place. Within this tweet model, we have a couple different functions that are performing database queries, and it's taking information out of the database, and it's collecting it and getting it ready, and it's placing it within an array to be accessed. That's occurring for both the get tweets within the get tweets function and within the get tweet details function. The get tweets is just basically that current listing that you saw at the beginning, and then the tweet details is what you are getting whenever you click onto one of the handles to see the content of the message. We also have the view, tweet view. This is again just kind of more encapsulation. We've got a collection of functions here that represent different views for different sections of the page. So we've got one for the header, one for the footer, and then one for the current, and then one for the tweet details. So kind of everything broken out there. Tweet details looks very much like index.php, except it's calling out for the details. And then we've got some views. This is the tweet details view. It's basically taking the information that was stored in the array when the database was queried, and it's running that information through a for each loop, and it's placing the information out onto the browser window. Same thing is occurring for the current tweets, where we've got a for each loop, and then it's placing that information out onto the page. That's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of as expected. This is the footer view, and then this is the header view, so we've got the HTML5 in here, and it's all just kind of broken up into separate sections, and basically placing the information on the page based on the view. And then if you go back to the index.php, it's calling out for those views here. So not too bad so far. Kind of like where I'm at with the progress of the application, and looking forward to expanding on its functionality as I go. Thanks.